Hey, what's up, everybody? Wanted to give you guys a quick heads up. My computer software decided not to use my mic for this reaction, so it sounds like complete dog water. So all you're gonna hear is the audio that my camera picked up, and it's further away from my mouth. So sorry about that, guys, but hope you guys enjoy the video. Take care. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I am finally prepared to watch this abysmal death battle. Today we have Omni-Man versus Bardock. And let me just tell you guys, I pretty much already know the outcome of this battle. I just haven't seen the actual fight yet. I just want to see what went wrong in this whole battle, because anybody with a brain should know Bardock is whooping Omni-Man's ass. Alright? Let's jump into it.
This battle is sponsored by Manscaped.
There ain't no way Omni-Man beat Bardock.
Omni-Man versus Bardock.
Bro, what are they smoking at Death Battle, man? What are they doing? Are you... I'm sorry, let me just watch the video.
The ostracized Viltrumite and the doomed Saiyan. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I can't believe Death Battle.
Omni-Man, Earth's once greatest hero. Alongside the Guardians of the Globe, he protected the world from all manner of threats. And then, in a single day, it all went horribly wrong. Why, Omni-Man? How, Omni-Man? Who, Omni-Man? Who indeed? Champion of Earth, best-selling author J.K. Simmons, yet it was all a charade, with his murderous rampage only brought to a halt thanks to his own son. It all starts with his home planet, Viltrum, which I hear is
that he just literally beat within an inch of his life. That was such a brutal and deep scene. I mean, anybody who's already seen Invincible knows that it's a really good show. I know the comic book has been out for, I don't know, years, I guess, and I've already spoiled myself to like Kingdom Come, but it's a pretty good show. The season 3 is coming back real soon.
Lovely utopia through brutal mortal combat with a K. Or, wait, no, that came later. Viltrumites are among the most powerful beings in the universe, even more so after they purge the weaker members of their species. As a vanguard of the Viltrumite Empire, Omni-Man infiltrated Earth as Nolan Grayson, expected to prepare the planet for Imperial assimilation. Which should have been easy, since he's got your classic strongman superpowers and he's basically invulnerable, easily knocking around asteroids the size of Texas. He can fly at unbelievable speeds, soaring from Earth to the planet Thraxa in under 1 week. Thraxa is, quote, a couple galaxies away, give or take, so a minimum of 2 galaxies. Beyond the Milky Way's neighbor Andromeda is the lesser-known Triangulum Galaxy, which is over 2.7 million light-years away. Reaching it in under 1 week means Omni-Man must have flown over 142 million times faster than light. Oh, and Viltrumites can't breathe in space, so he held his breath the whole way. And it's not like he was in a rush. He was on a soul-searching trip, contemplating the significance of smashing his own son's face in. Think, Nolan, think. Yeah, this is why I'm never having kids. You're missing out, but according to another Viltrumite...
I'm just gonna say, if Death Battle gives Bardock, for some reason, Super Saiyan, and he still loses this battle, I'm crashing out.
Thetis, a bunch of other Viltrumites who actually were in a hurry, flew to Viltrum across the Virgo supercluster in less than 24 hours. That's over 20 billion times faster than light. You don't really need to rush anyway. The older a Viltrumite gets, the slower they age. According to the Invincible Handbook, Nolan is over 2,000 years old.
Wow.
And regardless of age, Viltrumites don't suffer muscle fatigue like humans do, so they rarely ever tire out. Seriously? He's got parenting easy mode on, and he couldn't even handle that. I would have killed for that back when my daughter was born. Well, you would have to be a Viltrumite first. A Viltrumite's body contains smart atoms, which they subconsciously manipulate. This cellular structure can effectively recall certain states of being regardless of their present environment, reacting to changes at an atomic level to perform the impossible.
Yeah, like surviving your intestines getting ripped out, or even more scary, ripping out your whole beard all at once. Ugh, only a Viltrumite could pull off something that disturbing.
Nolan is incredibly tough, but if he faces superior forces, his smart atoms can adjust to make him even stronger by comparison. This is why Viltrumites are considered invincible.
Most weapons in the universe can't even
Yeah,
scratch a
but
Viltrumite.
like, when you really think about it, look at what this universe's Justice League did to Omni-Man. I mean, Omni-Man almost lost that battle. I mean, granted, I get that he picked them off one by one. And after this universe's Flash got caught, it was a wrap. But, bro, if they are able to beat the hell out of Omni-Man and he's so powerful, bro, what do you think Bardock is going to do to this man? Come on, man.
Might like him.
Even a ship's cannon like this one can't take down a Viltrumite, and it obliterated a massive solar disk nearly half the size of a star.
Speaking of planets, he's strong enough to shatter one by flying straight through it. A planet
What?
so big it has a whole ring around it.
The Roche limit factor dictates the size a celestial body must be in order to disperse orbiting material as a ring. In short, an Earth-sized planet can't support such a ring, meaning this one must be much larger.
And don't get me started on how the ring is actually made up of dead bodies because, spoilers? Just go read the comic.
If Roche isn't doing it for you,
Because
this
of the,
planet
virus.
also supports 5 moons in its orbit, and even the smallest is a perfect sphere, meaning its own gravity shaped it. At minimum, a moon like that must have a diameter of 600 kilometers, or 370 miles. Comparing this to the planet's diameter, we can tell this world is nearly 14 times larger than Earth.
Or it was before, kablam.
Now, Omni-Man does have his weaknesses. Monsters like Ragnar's can pierce Viltrumite flesh, and he's extremely sensitive to a specific high-pitch frequency, which can destabilize his body's equilibrium.
But his real weakness turned out to be, you guessed it, fatherhood. Thanks to his son Mark, Nolan began to re-examine his perspective and his place in the universe. He settled down in a new place, got himself a new job, and even had a new kid with his new wife, who's a bug.
Who is
Bug
a
lady.
praying mantis?
He banged a bug.
Why, Omni-Man?
They
How,
didn't need to show that at
Omni-Man?
all.
Hey, everyone deals with parenting stress in their own way. When Nolan was lecturing to Mark about how insignificant people are, Mark wasn't the only one he was trying to convince, if you catch my drift.
Nolan Grayson's real mission isn't planetary conquest or saving the innocent. It's to discover if a violent man who can break the world can also be a good father.
Godspeed, Omni-Man.
I still wholeheartedly believe that Saiyans are much stronger than Viltrumites. I mean, think about King Vegeta in the Dragon Ball Z, the first couple of episodes. I don't know which episode exactly it was, but bro, he blew up 3 planets by just waving his hand in the air. 3 planets! I mean, I get that they got Nolan going through a planet at like hyper speed and I guess it exploded, but bro, come on, man. Did they really give him this dub? Come on, dog.
In the far reaches of the cosmos laid a world with a people like no other, born and raised to do just one thing: fight.
The Saiyans, a proud warrior people from the planet Vegeta, ruled by, King Vegeta. Well, narcissist punch.
Exactly. Their pride blinded them to the truth of their impending doom. But perhaps one Saiyan represented the best of them, even during their waning glory days.
Bardock! He's cool, he's crude, he's got a bad attitude, and if he goes apeshit, you're totally screwed.
This is the
And guess
Bardock
what?
Freddy
He's
retcon.
father of Goku.
Oh wow, I never would have guessed.
Right? What a curveball.
So what does that make Turles?
Who?
Ahem. Bardock was a cold-blooded killer, ruthlessly conquering planets in service to the Saiyans' true overseer, Lord Frieza.
They didn't just conquer planets, they wiped out every living thing, leaving Frieza uninhabited rocks to sell away.
Background, Rock's a sick bandana. I guess that's important.
Bardock was an asshole. Well, until he wasn't.
Bardock's story has evolved over the years, with multiple iterations to draw from.
Including one where he's a brilliant scientist.
But only one is considered officially canon. Bardock's demeanor began to shift when he met and eventually married fellow warrior Guinea, and had two sons, Raditz and Kakarot.
No, Bardock didn't go totally soft. He was still a ruthless warrior. You know that iconic red headband of his? It's stained with the blood of his fallen friends. Hardcore.
Bardock could fly, move faster than light, and was naturally adept in using his ki as an explosion.
I really hope at some point in Dragon Ball Super, they have this epiphany and they say, you know what? We should revive our fathers, Vegeta. Like, I hope Goku says this. Because why don't they remember, like, or not remember, but why won't they just, like, think about Planet Vegeta? All the Saiyans that were killed. I mean, not all of them, well, most of them were probably evil anyway, but I feel like it'd be really badass to see Raditz come back, King Vegeta come back, seeing Goku's father, Bardock, come back, and his mother to come back, you know? I mean, especially Raditz, because, you know, he's Goku's brother. Like, there's so much great storytelling that they could have if they bring back Raditz, man. I would love to see Raditz react to Goku, Vegeta, and how far they've come in their power levels. I would love to see Raditz interact with Gohan and see how far he's come along. I mean, it's just so much potential there, you know? But, hey.
Weapon,
AKA shooting lasers from his hands. True to his brutal screw-you nature, Bardock's moves are all about overwhelming power. His final spirit cannon is like a ki-powered bazooka. His rebellion hammer punch ignites enemies on contact, and his rebellion spear basically turns him into a supercharged battering ram. The guy has no chance.
I don't know if the Super Saiyan transformation is canon, though. I'm not quite sure about that, because I think that there was a movie where, like, Bardock goes back in time because I think he goes back in time and, like, you know, Frieza didn't actually kill him, but he fights one of Frieza's, like, ancestors or somebody that's a relative to Frieza, and he then gets the Super Saiyan transformation and he becomes the first, I guess, or the first Super Saiyan of legend. I don't know if that's canon or not. And if they use it in this fight, cool. But that should be checkmate, though. If he's able to go, if you're giving him Super Saiyan, that's checkmate. That is checkmate.
He will run you
Come on, bro.
break your spine, light you on fire, and then move on to the next guy. All in a day's work for a Saiyan.
Marriage didn't change that. While Bardock cared for Guinea, in fact being one of few Saiyans of his time to actually have a romantic partner, he was still no family man. Like most Saiyans, he saw his sons as nothing more than future soldiers.
Bardock was a low-class warrior, so it was unlikely his kids would grow up to be anything more than battlefield fodder.
But they would still possess the Saiyans' power, a transformation that was the key to their planetary devastation.
Big Monkey!
Under the light of a full moon, a Saiyan with a tail manifests the Uzaru.
This great ape form increases Bardock's power tenfold, turning him into an unstoppable kaiju. Quick, someone call Yajirobe!
While some Saiyans can maintain control over this berserker form, low-class warriors like Bardock don't receive the same level of training as those of higher birth. Prince Vegeta's control is so precise he can speak while changed, but Bardock cannot.
Hell, it's questionable if he even remembers everything that happens when he goes full tilt gorilla. The Saiyan strategy is pretty much just monkey see, monkey smash.
Despite being low class, Bardock's power level nearly matched that of King Vegeta, who could destroy multiple planets at once. At about this time, King Vegeta's power level was around 10,000.
Yeah, we know power levels are kinda janky.
Multiple planets, people. Come on, man. I mean, this man just waved his hand. 3 planets. Go!
Nobody can agree on what the number really means.
Outside of his fight with Gas, Bardock doesn't really show any high-end feats in canon, but we can use power levels to compare him to other characters with similar levels to better understand his potential.
Like when his son fought Prince Vegeta. What's the scouter say about his power level? It's over 8,000. Yeah, the dub changed it to fit Vegeta's lip flaps, but we only cover the cold hard truth, damn it.
According to this movie pamphlet, Goku's power level between his fight with Vegeta and his trip to Namek was 10,000. This lines up with that previous reading and puts him on par with Bardock. Goku's training during the trip eventually raised him to 90,000 upon arrival, but this gives us a clear window.
Yeah, early in the trip, he had to dodge a bunch of incoming asteroids and blast his ship away from a star, which is impressive considering the speed involved.
The planet Namek is outside Earth's quadrant of the universe, and it took his ship 6 days to make the journey. Traveling a quarter of the universe's diameter would put the ship over 9.5 trillion times the speed of light.
And Goku would have had to keep up with that kind of speed to do all that other stuff.
Makes sense given far weaker characters.
Okay, one of the strongest Saiyans of his time, held off an attack by thousands of elite soldiers, conquered many planets including Kanasa, the planet Cereal, gained future sight from Tulo, saved Goku from Frieza's extermination, defeated Team Dodoria, chilled Gas. Okay.
To reach the moon in a fraction of a second. Should be trivial enough for Bardock.
All this speed and power meant when Bardock and his team assaulted the planet Cereal, they went, cheerio!
Bardock ravaged the planet, annihilating its people, until he found 2 survivors, a mother and her child. Some may call it weakness, others a moment of clarity, but Bardock was suddenly reminded of his wife and recently born son. He chose to spare the 2, and even pushed himself far past his limits to protect them from his own Frieza Force allies, who taunted that Frieza had dire plans for the Saiyans' future.
This moment changed Bardock, making him more appreciative of his family and cautious of Frieza. When all the Saiyans were called back to planet Vegeta,
The Heaters and Gas were comparable to elite Frieza soldiers, such as Zarbon or the Ginyu Force. Bardock's mid-battle strength increase was also compared to Great Ape, implying a 10x boost. Okay.
For mysterious reasons, he had a hunch something was up. So before his final stand, smashing through hundreds of soldiers before coming face to face with the tyrant, he sent his youngest kid away for protection. A choice that allowed his son to thrive. And hey, that's what good parents do.
A choice that would have a greater significance than Bardock could ever imagine.
And then Dildo Dickhead blew them all up and he died. Or did he? Bardock got killed so freaking hard he got blasted back in time.
See, I don't know if this is canon, though. I don't know if this is canon.
Pulled away by these 2 who miscalculated and misplaced him incorrectly in the time stream.
Blah, 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 non-canon, whatever. He survived. And when he realized what happened, he got so unbelievably pissed off, he went Super Saiyan.
Right.
What?
Alright, this is very much an alternate universe what-if scenario, and it is jarring. But think about it. The Super Saiyan form is not achieved through training alone. It requires dedication, introspection, victory, failure, love, and loss. Frieza destroyed the Saiyans because he feared the possibility of the Super Saiyan, a Saiyan with power that could rival his own. But perhaps Bardock's transformation was more than simply a what-if. He had begun to take the very steps his son later would to achieve the form. Perhaps if Frieza had hesitated, even for a moment, his fear would have manifested before him right then and there.
Damn, pour one out for Bardock, who figured out how to be the truest Saiyan right at the end of it all. I know Kakarot would be proud.
Badass.
Hey, shout out to...
Let's look at this BS.
Alright, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
I can't believe
It's
it!
time for a death
How did this fight go down, bro?
Great. Another gross bug planet.
This planet isn't anyone's to conquer.
Don't underestimate me!
Get him, Bardock. Get him. Get him, bro.
Son, sticking his nose in places he's not ready for.
My sons would kick his ass.
Nothing ever happens when you fucking do random generic key blast.
Whatever you are, you're an embarrassment.
Oh. Great egg time.
Wait till you see the real power of a Saiyan.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
That's pretty dope. See, this doesn't make sense to me. Because, like, bro, did we not just see I don't know what they're called, the Guardians of the Globe, like, all whoop on Omni-Man? And Bardock is 10 times stronger than all of those guys, right? So, how is Omni-Man not even, like, you know, battle damage at this point? Like, come on, bro.
Shit. No. My sons need me.
Oh,
Won't let
fuck.
you take me from my war.
Now, if he loses this, bro, what is Death Battle doing? He turns Super Saiyan. This is checkmate. This is checkmate. You're gonna tell me that Omni-Man can beat up a Super Saiyan? Come on, bro. That should be checkmate. What the fuck are they talking about? Bro, they literally gave him a Super Saiyan. Ain't no way he's stopping that, bro. Get the fuck out, bro. Oh my goodness, man. He really just tossed the key blast. All right, okay. Let me. At this point, there's no way.
You said Saiyan. Remember it.
What the fuck was that? Yo, am I missing something here? Omni-Man, bro. You're gonna tell me that Omni-Man beat a Super Saiyan? What are they smoking over there in Death Battle, man? Are you serious? Bro. Omni-Man cannot stop a Super Saiyan? Are you out of your mind? Bro. I don't even think Bardock's supposed to even have Super Saiyan, but they gave it to him anyway. But bro, I don't care what anybody says. Omni-Man's not gonna beat a Super Saiyan. Bro, he got his ass whooped by the Guardians of the Globe. Yeah, that was more people, but dude, Bardock, I can't believe it. Bro.
Fuck.
What? Okay, these Gokus have got to stop picking fights with guys in capes.
Pitting Saiyan against Viltrumite is fascinating. Among the many similarities, 5 specific categories stand out.
Starting with speed. Bardock is much faster, given his power level matched Goku dodging asteroids at 9.5 trillion times light speed, much higher than the Viltrumite's fastest speed. Add on the 50 times multiplier from Super Saiyan and it's a huge difference.
Right, Bardock clearly has the speed advantage, but strength and durability are another story.
Though it doesn't seem like it at first, Bardock scales to King Veggie, who wrecked 3 planets at once, and Omni-Man only smashed 1. But given how big that one planet was, the numbers are actually pretty similar. Until we factor in the Super Saiyan boost, right?
Well, there's a catch. A major plot point in Invincible involves the coalition of planets admitting that their weapons cannot hurt Viltrumites.
So, when their ship's cannon obliterated this gigantic solar disk, it highlighted just how tough the Viltrumites really are.
This disk completely blocked the sunlight and heat between a planet and its star. And this is no ordinary planet. Its size and density are so high that its inhabitants are as strong as Viltrumites just due to living in its natural gravity. To fully block the light to such a planet and remain in consistent orbit, the disk would need to be positioned at its L1 point, the spot that creates an uninterrupted view between sun and satellite, and the disk itself must be about half the diameter of the star in question. This means the scaling of the disk puts it at 3 septillion tons.
That's 24 zeros!
Which makes Omni-Man over 11,000 times stronger than base Bardock.
Not even the Great Ape or Super Saiyan forms could make up that difference.
Are
So
you
strength goes to Nolan.
Are you
Numbers aren't
serious, bro?
everything. As far as versatility in combat goes, neither had one
Bro. Oh my, bro. I don't get it. Maybe I'm missing something here. Bro. So you're saying that his strength is way more. So you're saying that Omni-Man's strength really overpowers Bardock's space strength, even his Super Saiyan form. When fucking Nolan got whooped by the Guardians of the Globe. I mean, is that not a fair comparison? Think about it. They gave him battle damage. I mean, I honestly feel like if they played their cards right, they might have could have killed Omni-Man, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, it was like 5 against 1, but I don't think that, and that was like, they're like a great value Justice League. And you're telling me that they were able to like beat up Omni-Man like that? So compare that to Bardock, who went Super Saiyan, and you're telling, I'm just not buying it, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm just not buying it. I mean, I cannot sit here and in good faith say that Omni-Man is stronger than Bardock. And you gave him Super Saiyan? Bro. Nah, bro. I'm not buying it, man.
distinct advantage that could win outright.
Omni-Man survives in space for much longer, but Bardock barely squeaks out the edge here thanks to his ranged versatility with key attacks and, of course, Super Saiyan.
Okay, let's address the Super Saiyan Bardock thing. It's perfectly fair to question whether or not the form should be in this comparison at all. However, even with the form included, Nolan still takes this, especially when it comes to our last two categories, experience and stamina.
Yep, Omni-Man's been around a lot longer than Bardock, over 2,000 years, and even with Super Saiyan, Bardock's no master of the form.
And without that mastery, the form drains the user's energies at an increased rate. Which brings us to what may be Omni-Man's most surprising advantage.
Those weird smart atoms.
Saiyans like Bardock can fight for days on end, but only for so long. Bardock possesses a limited pool of ki, which only depletes faster when using super forms like the Great Ape. In contrast, Omni-Man's biology prevents him from tiring in most cases, letting him travel across whole galaxies for weeks non-stop. And his smart atoms adjust to counter whatever physical strain he's subjected to.
Bardock's crazy speed and power made him a real challenge.
But Nolan's strength, experience, and sheer endurance presented an unstoppable and unshakable force that would inevitably land the killing blow.
When push came to shove, Omni-Man raised the Bardock.
The winner is Omni-Man.
Fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. That's so stupid to me. I refuse to believe that Omni-Man can beat Bardock, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, but I think that whole fight was BS. That was BS, man. There's no, bro. What? I'm like, I already knew the outcome, but I'm still mad. Listen, I know that this is just fictional characters, but you're telling me that Bardock, and you gave him Super Saiyan form, and he still lost to Omni-Man? And you got, bro. And you telling me, bro. I think that they're really underestimating Bardock's destructive power at Super Saiyan. Because if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, they compare Bardock's power level to King Vegeta's, right? And he was able to destroy 3 planets with a wave of his hand. So King Vegeta wasn't even a Super Saiyan when he did that. He didn't even have the form. So you put Bardock on the same playing field as that, and you give him Super Saiyan? I mean, his destructive power has to be like massive. I mean, it was already pretty big, but I personally feel like they dropped the ball on this. Maybe I'd have a different opinion about this if Bardock didn't have Super Saiyan and Omni beat him. I would probably say, okay, well, you know, that might make a little bit of sense because Bardock is a low-class warrior. He's not like Goku. Super Saiyan is in canon, but they gave him Super Saiyan. They gave him You gonna tell me he still loses? No, hell no. Death Battle, what are y'all doing, man? What are y'all doing? Anyway, guys, I think Death Battle got something against Dragon Ball Z characters. That's just my theory. Just let me know what you think in the comments. If you think that Omni-Man actually is stronger than Bardock Super Saiyan, let me know. I'd love to hear your side of things. But yep, give Death Battle your support. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Peace!